Happy Thanksgiving. What's that? It's late? Not American? Nah, don't worry. It's always Thanksgiving somewhere in the world. In this week's episode, we're going to talk about JRPGs. Are they actually bad? And Death Stranding doesn't deserve Game of the Year. That and a little bit more in this week's episode of the Unknown Games podcast, starting right now.
Welcome to episode number 12 of the Unknown Games podcast. Everyone, thanks for tuning in and joining. This is a podcast about games and a little bit of life in Japan, plus the occasional McDonald's and fast foods, the offerings from the land of the rising sun. I'm your host, Adrian, and I am joined today by my number one person who's always on the show, Alex.
Me, Alex. What's up? Hey, that intro was kind of awkward. It made it seem like we were lovers. My number one person, always on the show, Alex.
I mean, you are the number one person on the show, though.
Yeah, thanks. We should do a ranking. Do a Twitter poll, like who's the best, and then
it turns out it's just like there's only one option. I mean, we've had guest hosts.
Yeah.
We've had guests, we've had some guest hosts.
We had guests, yeah.
It's possible to, it's possible. You could come in second.
That's true. Maybe let's not do the poll then, to protect my feelings.
To protect your feelings, to protect our... now I'm just slipping. Okay, anyways, everyone. It's a good day. It's a good week. It's Black Friday here in the US, and I believe it is not Black Friday in Japan. I don't know.
No.
Weird things are happening.
Black Saturday.
Dude, that sounds insane. Black Saturday? I almost thought about like Black Sabbath. That's a band. That's completely different. And Black Saturday does still sound kind of awesome.
How was your Thanksgiving, I guess, if you want to talk about that a little bit? Tell our non-American friends what it's like to be an American and to have a Thanksgiving meal.
Well, that's a good one to talk about, I guess. Yeah, I mean, so I got to give a shout out to our Costa Rican friend who's listening potentially, and
that's still America, though.
That's still America. That's still America. I'm listen to myself, but anyways, yeah, for everyone listening around the world, we're always glad to have you tune in. And yeah, so Thanksgiving this year, it's the first time I've been home for Thanksgiving in about, 5 years or so. And I have to say that it was amazing. I mean, like, not gluttonous amazing, but I mean, I could have gone overboard. We had, green beans, pinto beans. There was, of course, the turkey. We also had smoked chicken and like a lot of other Southern foods. Cornbread was on point. Everything was so good. And the best part is you can always take some home. I mean, a lot home. I mean, like 3 or 4 days worth home.
Yeah, I get the impression that they just kind of make a lot of food, too much food, essentially. You didn't have it at your house, right? You went to a relative's house?
Yeah. I went to my cousin's house, and like all my aunts and their families came over. It wasn't as many as usual, but, solid 10 to 15 people, which is, I guess a lot. And everyone brought their own kind of dish that they're either used to bringing. I mean, everyone usually brings a standard dish, usually, and unless someone mixes it up. My mom's been bringing boiled corn for the past, 15 years.
Okay. Just like that's her specialty dish, or?
That's her specialty dish. I don't want to diss my mom, but I mean, okay. She knows it. She admits to it. She can't cook. So it's not only her specialty dish, it's also the simplest dish.
The easiest one.
The easiest one.
That's for me, like, going to a potluck. I didn't go to a lot of potlucks as a kid, but I don't know why. But whenever I went to a potluck, there would always be the one person who was just like, "Oh, I don't care. I'm bringing a bucket of KFC." There's always the one guy.
What, like KFC? I mean, KFC. Okay, so we're not even into the holiday season in Japan completely, but KFC is legit. Like, well, hold up, not. I want to say legit. What I want to say is KFC is a big deal in Japan during the holidays.
Well, at least for the holidays. Okay, I just want to say, just say this right now. I hate KFC in Japan. I don't like it.
What? Why?
It's just the selection, I think. So it's not like awful, but like whenever I've gone to KFC in Japan, I'm always just like, I always walk away just being like, oh, that was an okay sandwich. You know what I mean? It's weird. I know that fast food is always fast food, and I'm not trying to argue that fast food is, restaurant great or anything, but I just like KFC way more back home. I'll always be like, oh, that was bad for me, but I enjoyed it. Like I'll have a double down or something. Or like a crispy chicken sandwich.
You have the infamous double down to double down.
I think
your
they got
heart failure.
I think
it's gone.
I think they got rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I would have something like that. But then in Japan, I'm just like, oh, give me this like what is it, like the wafu like teriyaki something. Like,
I don't know. It's like, dude, KFC in Japan is so number one. It's overpriced for what you're getting.
It's so small. It's so small.
The bucket exists, right? I think the bucket of chicken exists, but honestly,
it's so much money.
It's so much. I mean, you're spending almost what, 20, close to $30 for a bucket? Come on.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't know how we got off topic. This is weird talking about Thanksgiving. So
yeah, we were talking about Thanksgiving because
I'm thankful for KFC. What about you? No, I'm just kidding. But what are you thankful for? So as someone who recently celebrated Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for, of course, my family being home. I'm thankful for being able to live in Japan and work with, awesome coworkers, and the job I have, the top secret job that no one else will ever know unless you're on my Facebook or my Twitter.
Yeah, well then that's an obvious link actually, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Alex's job is cloaked as heck, so dude's in the CIA or I don't know. He's in the Canadian CIA.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm thankful for, and this podcast,
that's good.
and the listeners, the podcast and the listeners, because it's been amazing doing this podcast weekly and just seeing people actually listening. We're at like 108 listens, man.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it.
Your mom is dedicated.
Yeah, 108 listens and 107 are Mom. No,
Man.
I'm just kidding. We do. Actually, my mom has no idea what I do online.
Well, I mean,
she visited my apartment really recently. And then, so I have like equipment around here. Like I have microphones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's an expensive microphone. And I was just like, it sure is, Mom. And she's like, what do you use that for? I was like, Discord. Which is true. I technically do use it for Discord.
You do use it for Discord. I mean, you could be using it for, was it ASMR?
It could be, but I'm not.
It's like Alex has a secret channel that even I don't know about, where it's just Alex talking into the mic with that bassy voice again. This is how like stretched we are for content this week, everyone. Like, so what happened? I'm going to say it. What happened was I came back to America, but I didn't bring any gaming systems other than my PSP, and I brought two games. I brought Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions and Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
Are you playing them? Like, have you been actually playing your PSP?
I've been trying to play Tactics, and that game has a slow start.
Right.
And I'm actually fine with the graphics, but it does not explain to me what's actually happening. So I need to dig around, find the manual to understand what's going on in terms of the battle system. It's not complicated per se, but there's just stuff I don't completely understand. So I decided to pop it out after about an hour, and I'm gonna probably start on Crisis Core, maybe to prepare myself.
I noticed that a lot of RPGs from the early 2000s are slow to start, at least in my opinion. So I rebought, not, I guess rebought would be the accurate word to use, but I bought Star Ocean 3 on PS4, the one that's like the PS2 kind of just port of it.
Is it Till the End of Time or something?
Yeah, till the end of time. So I bought Star Ocean 3 on PS4 because as a kid, I guess, when I was in high school, playing that game, I really liked it. I really, really enjoyed Star Ocean 3. I love that game. I loved it. So I bought it on PS4 so I could like replay it. There's no cheats or anything like there is for FF7 or 8 where you can speed time up or whatever.
Okay.
It's just straight up. It's just this is Star Ocean 3. And I was replaying it and I was like, holy crap, this is boring. Like this is tough to get through.
I mean, it's a lot of just walking around, listening to people speak, walking to the next thing. Like they're trying to give you beads of the story, and then because I mean, it kind of starts off with action. All in any of them, there's some action, cinematic
kind
moment.
of barely. Well, I mean, like in 3, like you're in the hotel, right?
Right.
And then Sophia's like, I want to do things with you, and you're like, let's go to the beach, let's do the VR simulator, which is actually just your battle tutorial, but like that was tough. And then you get the attack on the resort that you're at, and that's kind of exciting. But then after that, there's still so much downtime because you're on the rescue ship, and then you have to like walk around the rescue ship, and then like you're just like it's so slow, like it's so slow.
Yeah,
it takes a while. Yeah.
I mean, like I will say that I have infamously, and I think maybe I said it on this podcast, but I fell asleep even on Okami. Like the first 30 minutes, yeah, I don't think I can even play a Legend of Zelda game now. I'm that bad. Like the older ones. I don't know, like it's I don't know, games have changed in that sense that I can start them up and I don't know, maybe feel more involved in an RPG.
Uh-huh. What was the last RPG that you played? Like a modern one. What was the last game that you played? RPG, obviously.
Yeah, I'm like thinking now, it's like, when's the last time I played an RPG, man? That's maybe it was Persona 3.
That was quite a while ago though.
Like
that was
on
2007.
Seven, and then I think it was the PSP version.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So
that was the last RPG you played? So you haven't played an RPG in a very long time then.
Wait a minute, Witcher 3. Sorry. I played Witcher 3.
Okay.
I'm trying to be super careful around my broke mic, everybody. So yeah, I'm not laughing as much. My broke mic.
As in it has no money.
It has no money. It costs some money, but it you know, I ain't got my normal station. But anyways, Witcher 3, yeah. Witcher 3 was good.
It was good. It is good. I actually haven't finished. I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast or not.
It's long.
I haven't put. Yeah, I haven't finished Witcher 3, and that's not because it's a bad game. It's the opposite. It's a very, very good game. But I'm the type of gamer where I think I easily get overwhelmed when it comes to side quests.
And that game has the definition. The definition.
Yeah.
You want to finish, but you really can't. You really. I mean, you can. People have done it. Mm-hmm. There are people, but it's kind of like the cool thing about it is at least the character and the story and everything is very, you know, very engrossing. You can find your way to get through the story and everything. Whereas something is like a Skyrim or Elder Scrolls.
Oh my, yeah, God help me. Like, God help me. I can't do it.
Stop it. It's just done. Like, oh, I got lost 30 hours in and I just decided finally to stop. I've done side quest and I not even touched the story. In game, done.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I was hooked on Witcher 3 and I would do a bunch of side quests and then like in your log or whatever, it's just like it kind of tells you if the quest is worth your time based on your current level.
Right.
And then there are like quests that I was intending on doing, but I was in the middle of some other quests. And then by the time that I got around to those quests, it's like, oh, it's not worth your time anymore. And I'm like, well, okay, but like I wanted to do it and I could do it, but the rewards are just so bad that it really actually isn't worth my time.
Yeah, it's, you know, open world games for me, I have a similar problem with that you have, that it's just so overwhelming. If it's, if it's something a little bit more controlled, like contained, I guess, where, it's just go do this X amount of times, go do these kind of collectible tasks. Those I can wrap my head around and do pretty
So like
easily.
an MMO, like a fetch
Yeah,
quest then?
like fetch quest almost, but when they're full on stories or full, actual side stories. And that's one thing. Oh gosh, I tried to play a good bit of the original, like the first Xenoblade,
Mm-hmm. The one on Wii, right?
the one on Wii. And my goodness, that game has stupid amounts of fetch quest and side story fetch quest. Like it's overboard. Like anyone who's played that game knows it's on another level
Yeah,
completely.
I actually didn't play it actually. Because that came out near the end of the Wii's life cycle in America,
Right.
North America.
The fight,
Um,
Project Rainfall.
Project Rainfall, which is pretty impressive that it actually, that game actually did come out in English. So it came
I've
out
got
on the Wii, right?
Yeah, on the Wii.
Near the end of the life cycle. Was it 2009?
It had to be 2009 or 10 because I remember getting it before I went to Japan, I think, or after. So
Yeah,
yeah, 2000,
no, me,
no, 2010, 2009, 10,
yeah,
somewhere.
me too. Yeah, because I got it on the Wii, and then I like left for Japan. I didn't play it, and then I came back, and I was like, I don't really want to play this anymore.
I will
And then there
say,
was,
oh no,
yeah,
continue.
well, there was the then after like recently, like 2, 3, 4 years ago, there was the 3DS re-release for Xenoblade One.
Right.
That was new 3DS exclusive.
Oh, dude, yes. The
Yeah, which I think,
one or
yeah,
two games that were actually new 3DS exclusive, just like the DSi.
right,
I know you,
right.
Nintendo.
Right. So there was like that was the one game that was new 3DS exclusive. And at the time I didn't have a new 3DS. So I was like, guess I can't play it. And then eventually I did get a new 3DS, but then I was like, but then the same problem happened where I was just like, I'm not really into this anymore. I'm okay with not playing it. And then Xenoblade 2 came out on the Wii Switch. Sorry,
The Wii
the
U.
Switch.
Wait, Wii U, right?
Xenoblade. No, you're talking about Xenoblade Chronicles X was Wii U.
Oh,
And
okay,
then
yeah,
Xenoblade
okay.
2. Yeah, Xenoblade 2 is Switch.
That's right. Is it,
So
wait, has it actually come out yet? It's coming out, right?
what is?
Xenoblade 2. Oh my goodness, dude.
That came out a long time ago. It came out a long time ago.
I've like blocked that series from my mind, I guess. Apparently
Yeah.
it's dead to me, and I'm just, we
Yeah, I
talked
don't care
about.
about Blade. I don't care about Blade. Give me Saga.
Give me Saga. Give us our
Give me
remake.
Saga.
Give us our remake. If you can make all these other mobile games. Anyways, sorry. This has nothing to do with mobile
Yeah.
games, but I'm just saying we express our opinions very much so on episode, I don't know, 2
That
or
was like the
so.
second episode, yeah.
Yeah. We want that
But
saga back. We want the saga.
it's RPGs now. Like at least for JRPGs, I believe they're getting way better about it, but some of them are just slow to start, and I kind of they're tough to play through, honestly, to go back and play them.
I would say, like, out of all the current JRPGs that you might have played or kind of want to play, like, do you have any recommendations for me outside of Persona?
What like how anything released in the last 10 years is go like what like the last 2 years like or any RPG.
Okay. Well, we can go like the last like 3, 5 years. I mean, you can go to 10 if you want, but just relatively recently
Um,
if you want to.
yeah, other than Persona, right?
Other than
For sure,
Persona.
Near Automata, like no question.
Okay. Okay.
That's like a hard recommendation. That's so good.
Okay.
Tales of Berseria,
I gotta remember this is Berseria with the B, not yeah.
not Vesperia, no, but Berseria. So yeah, Tales of Berseria, Near Automata, and let's see here. Um, I don't know. You might like Ease actually, so I would go ahead and start with Ease 8.
Okay.
So there is a story for Ys. They are connected, but I wouldn't sweat it too much. Like, don't really worry about trying to play Ys 1. And I actually maybe don't recommend it. So just start with Ys 8. You'll be okay.
Okay.
And I don't know, dude. I think those are the games that I've genuinely enjoyed in the last couple of years.
I mean, it's like a solid list though. So Ys 8, which you can get on what, PS4, or is that
You can get that on like everything, my friend. Like, you can get that on Switch, PS4, PC. PC port was and or is borked, so maybe just get it on PS4.
Okay.
You don't have a Switch, but yeah, so get it on PS4 then.
Yeah.
And then Tales of Berseria is on PC if you live outside of Japan. I had to use some VPN trickery to get it, but oh no, I bought it in Canada actually. So I went home for Christmas, and then I was like, oh, I don't need a VPN. I'm just gonna buy Tales of Berseria right now. So if you're outside of Japan, you can get Berseria on PC, and then otherwise you can get it on PS4.
So there's no there's no PC version in Japan?
I mean, technically no. I can play it on PC because I bought it. So I was home. I was home for Christmas.
So I need to buy it now if I would like to play it on PC, like in the States.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, essentially. So buy it right now, and then when you get back to Japan, you can download it, no problem. Like, they're not gonna like come to your house and be like, you can't play that game.
I kind of want to see them try.
Yeah, it's IP locked, so you have to buy it now.
Okay. Well, I think that's one I'll look into because, out of kind of recent RPGs, I was looking into like the Digimon Cyber Sleuth, and then also, Ryza.
Yeah.
Our girl.
Ryza's not bad.
Ryza's, I've looked at some gameplay. It doesn't like stun me, and like it doesn't like make me go, oh, this is amazing. But it seems
no, it's not. It's fun.
It seems fun, and honestly, I don't know if there's an RPG that I'm looking forward to outside of like maybe Final Fantasy VII, and I need to go back and eventually finish up the Kingdom Hearts series. So I've played all the way up to 2, and I haven't played all of like the DS ones. So there's like the DS, and then there's also Birth by Sleep. So I just have to finish up some things and
can't you just buy the PS4 like Mega Collection, the one that's like Kingdom Hearts like 2.7 or whatever it is, and it has all that stuff in there?
Part of me can't bring myself to rebuy. I don't know. It's just, it feels so convoluted to me, but I know I need to buy the last. I think it's 2.5 plus.
What isn't there
for me? It's the one I need.
There's a 2.7 though, isn't it? Like, what's the 2.7? Is that the one with the story with Aqua in it?
Oh no, I thought 2.5 was the story with Aqua, or is it 2.5 plus? See, it's that type of stuff.
No,
but they did release.
This is the problem. This is the problem with Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, they did release like you said, the all-encompassing one, and I think it's, what is it, $50, $60, or was that, no? Maybe it's $90, and there was one that's $40. I don't know. There were too many different ways to buy and play that game.
Okay, so you want Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. That's what it's called. This is the full title. You want Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. It has 3 games in there: Dream Drop Distance HD, Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, and that's the one with Aqua, A Fragmentary Passage. That's the one with Aqua. And then Kingdom Hearts back cover? Kingdom Hearts Chi?
Oh, yeah. I think that's probably the, not Dream Drop Distance, maybe the one for DS, another one, that the 358/2 or whatever, maybe? The movie? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. Kingdom Hearts Chi was a mobile game. So you want Kingdom Hearts Chi. It's included in 2.8 is Kingdom Hearts Chi back cover, which is a cinematic film. So I guess if you never played the mobile game, which is probably a lot of people, you just want this.
I feel like that's a history class. There needs to be an award for most convoluted story, Metal Gear, Kingdom Hearts, I don't know.
Metal Gear,
What else?
I assure you, my friend, Metal Gear is not as complicated as Kingdom Hearts. Like,
It's
is
not like it like
confusing.
on a simple level. I think it is. It's yeah. I think you're right on this, and maybe to all of the fans, they're both actually not convoluted at all.
Maybe. I'm not a Kingdom Hearts fan, but like, if I were to explain, if someone was just like, oh, I want to get into Metal Gear, where do I start? And I'm like, easy peasy, play them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. That's it. That's it.
And there you go, everyone. Alex's advice on how to play Metal Gear Solid and understandable, and understand it. Play them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, then it's okay. So sorry, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, Peace Walker 5. That's it. You don't need to play Peace Walker, but I highly recommend you
it
play
before going into
Peace
5.
Walker. Well, because you played, I don't know, I think you played a little bit of 5, but like 5 starts with the destruction of Mother Base, and you'll be like, why does Big Boss have an army? Like, where did that come from? Peace Walker explains it. That game is so good. Peace Walker is so good.
I need to see. There's so many games I need to play.
You never played Peace Walker?
I own Peace Walker. I'm afraid of owning it twice. God. That's my thing.
No, but
yes,
you played it, right?
I started it on PSP.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Even on PSP, it's so good.
Yeah, I like the good thing about PSP is that thing is still such a good system. Like every time I put it in my hands, I'm like, it's just so good. I don't know. I have really good memories of my PSP, but we're actually closing in on 30 minutes somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, most of that was complaining about Japanese KFC and then JRPGs, I guess.
Thank you for staying with us. We're going to take a small break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some wonderful stories in the world of gaming for you.
Yes.
We're out. See you on the other side. Hi, everyone. Yo, it's me, Adrian, and I got to give a shout out to our sponsor, Anchor, for being not only our sponsor, but also for being our host. Now, Anchor is an amazing way to record and distribute your podcast. Seriously, everyone, we were looking through so many different options, but Anchor has been such a wonderful place and a home for us. Number one, it's free. It's free. Yeah, it's free. I said that 3 times because that was home for us. And also, you don't have to worry about uploading only a certain amount per month or getting rid of episodes. Free unlimited storage. So that is huge point for us. And we also want to say that Anchor allows you to edit and upload your podcast, even record your podcast, not just from your computer, but also from your mobile device. That's right. I'm recording this from my mobile. Yeah, see, I sound just as good as on the PC. And that's really cool. You can do it anytime with friends and just be as creative as you want. And number 3, I think this is one of the best points, period, is that Anchor will even distribute your podcast for you. That's right. We don't know how on earth to get on any of the platforms that we need to, iTunes, Google Play Store for podcasts, but Anchor does. And you don't even have to do anything. They do it for you. So I'm just like, what? And it's on Spotify? My friends use Spotify. I use Spotify. Oh, hey, just share via Spotify. There's so many cool things that you can do. And of course, make money from your podcast without any minimal listenership. So this is really cool. I love Anchor because of these reasons. I love Anchor. That sounds like crazy. I'm advertising, but that's really cool. You know, I had to say thank you to Anchor just for that. And we hope you enjoy the podcast. Now, remember that if you want to download the app, we encourage you to. We also encourage you to go to anchor.fm and try it out. Get your own podcast. It's really easy to get started. All you need is your phone. I don't even have to tell you to get a mic, just your phone, because it has a mic. See, that's amazing right there. So it's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Thank you for listening, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the show. And welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for always staying here. We are into the best part of this segment of this podcast. I don't know. It's my favorite. News. Is that the theme for news? it's going to change every week. I mean, we can standardize it or we can just keep it random.
Okay.
Alex is like, you fool.
You do what you want. Yeah, you do what you want.
You do what you want. Eat your chicken and turkey while you're over there in America. Savage. So anyways, yeah, the Game Awards, as we know, Mr. Jeff Keighley, him and his posse are rounding up some good games to nominate. Actually, he does. I don't think he does it. But anyways, the Game of the Year nominees are we've got Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, The Outer Worlds, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Alex, what do you think of the nominees, and who do you think's going to get it? And of course, we have the number one quote quote controversy in this. Death Stranding being a game that Mr. Keighley himself is in. Yes.
Right.
So I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think. Well, just start with the controversy. Let's say. That was my question as well. So when I saw Jeff Keighley, his likeness at least in Death Stranding, I was like, the Game Awards, right? Because I know him and Hideo Kojima are good friends, actually.
They're best buds.
Yeah. So the fact that he's in the game, is Death Stranding, like, are they still gonna get nominated for Game of the Year? And I think Jeff Keighley came out and kind of made a statement about the fact that it got nominated. He said he does not nominate. He has no say in the nominations.
Right.
And he has no say. He doesn't vote. He doesn't have any he's not like, oh, I choose this to be Game of the Year or whatever. It's like a completely different panel or something like that. So he says it's not a conflict of interest because he may be running the show, he may be producing the show, but he's not voting on it and he's not making the list of nominees.
Right.
So, I guess that's fine, provided that's completely true. Then yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. But there's also like this reminds me of a similar controversy in Japan with Famitsu, and this again happened with Death Stranding, where the president or the former president, I think, of Famitsu, of the parent company, I think, was in. Well, at the time it was Peace Walker. Sorry, no. He was in ads for Peace Walker.
Okay.
And then when the game got reviewed by Famitsu, they got a perfect score.
The perfect 10.
So people were like, is this not a conflict of interest? Like your president is in ads trying to sell this game. I'm assuming he got paid for them. And then in your publication, this game got a perfect score. Yeah. And usually I think when it comes to, journalistic integrity, they at least have to be like, disclaimer, our president was, in these ads, it has no bearing on our score or whatever, something like that.
Right.
Well, they didn't do that. And I think this is a couple of years ago, this is almost 10 years ago. Again, ironically talking about Peace Walker, but I can't remember what happened exactly, but I think it was Kotaku America that kind of broke the story.
Okay.
But Kotaku Japan, which is owned by a different company, got uninvited from a Konami event after this story had launched.
Yeah. I can definitely see that being like that happening, honestly.
Yeah, it's such a Japanese petty thing to do. I don't want to complain about Japanese business, but it's just, it looks awful for Famitsu, looks awful for Konami. For, Kotaku just like, hey, this is probably a conflict of interest, and then they just got like blacklisted by Konami after this story. And not even that, they like blacklisted like the wrong Kotaku. Because Kotaku Japan was not, they translated the story and they published it.
But yeah, but it wasn't them who wrote it,
Yeah, they didn't write it, right.
So, it's one of those things, and I'm catching myself saying it's one of those things so many times, but I have no real issues since he's come out and said, he doesn't have a part. It's the journalist, games journalists, and media press outlets or whatever who do the nominees and voting. So I can't really, like you said, it's either true or not in terms of if he has any power or say over it. My real issue is that Death Stranding literally isn't even a month old. Is it even a month old by the time the Game Awards come out? Like, how can this be game of the year? Like, Control.
I agree.
Control is, I think, a little bit ahead. Maybe October, September. I can't remember. It's not that much more, but it isn't like less than a month. You got Resident Evil 2 that was earlier in the year, Sekiro as well. The Outer Worlds is also, you can say,
that's new. That's
pretty new in a similar time frame. And then you have Super Smash Brothers, which was, of course, earlier in this year in the spring. So you can see how they have it divided up into kind of old, as in earlier this year, and then new.
Yeah, it's almost not fair, and I feel like they should be doing it the way that like I think the Academy Awards does it, where if it's just too late in the year, it gets rolled over to next year.
I think that's
like
it's
and like let's say, just for argument's sake, what if a huge game came out last week? What if Death Stranding came out last week instead? Would it have still gotten the nominee? And like, I don't think it should have. We don't have time as a community to really digest this game completely, to like really, finish the game and sit down and then like really think about, was this game, game of the year material? I'm not arguing it's a bad game. It's a good game, but is it game of the year?
Is it game of the year? And I know, there's certain games that'll grab us, immediately when we play them, and they make us want to replay them, or the second time we do play them, or even the third time, we notice more and more, I don't know, the kind of the characteristics of the game, what makes them more appealing, what makes it something that is game of the year, or even on that initial, it's when people played Breath of the Wild for the first time, that first time they got into the game, and it just, everything that hit them, and I'm sure that's more for you than for me. I'm just assuming it kind of felt that way. But for me, that kind of defines a game of the year, is when you first play it and you have this sense of, I'm really stepping into something special. And at each part of the journey, as it unfolds, you continue to kind of learn something new about each part of the game, whether it be the music or the art, how the art direction changes throughout the game. All these things, I think make for game of the year material. And like you said, sometimes that can't be digested on the first playthrough. And especially with games being more of a social experience now, it just, I don't know.
Right.
Something with like Death Stranding, you can't just, hey, game of the year. Excuse me?
It just it's so it's too close to launch for me. I think games, for me at least, games that I would consider to be game of the year, leave a lasting impression after I'm done it. And I haven't really felt that way for a lot of games in a while. I think for me, it has to be Nier Automata or Persona 5, where the game has ended, but I'm still like thinking about it. And to me, that's game of the year material. So I'll be straight up. I'll be honest with you. Looking at this entire list right now, I've only played 2 games, Death Stranding and Smash Bros. Ultimate. I have not played any of the other games. So
I was, so it's kind of weird. Like, honestly, I'm hoping Smash gets it, because that game, every time I see a Smash Brothers, I honestly I remember, I think it was was it 4 for Wii U? I think that was 4. Or for one of the Smash Brothers, I cried when I saw the trailer. I don't know what it is about Smash Brothers.
You cried?
I had like a teardrop. I had a couple of tears.
Oh my god.
Because it's special. Like, Smash is so special when you see all these characters you grew up with, but then, with each other, and things happen. Like, I don't know. Smash to me is a celebration. and there is no other word that can describe it. It's just a celebration and pure joy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Ultimate is the like max, like the climax. I don't know if they should ever do another Smash after it. Just keep copying it for the next system. I don't know, but it's just a celebration, and there's so much love into it.
It's fan service for sure. So when I was playing Ultimate and 4 on 3DS and Wii U, you can tell that that game is made to please fans with the music selection, like just the stuff they put in there, like all the fan service, the trophies, and like all the characters to start with, and I think if you enjoy video games, there is something for you in a Smash Bros.
In
game.
a Smash Brothers game.
Yeah,
and
to enjoy.
I mean, like, even with the recent, like, Terry Bogard, that, like, Sakurai, I'm, like, seriously, Sakurai got on YouTube, and, they do these kind of character unveilings and kind of go into the mechanics of them, but, like, literally, Sakurai is just giving a list, like, a history lesson on the, of SNK, plus the Neo Geo, plus Fatal Fury series, and King of Fighters. And the fact that he's just like, yeah, we wanted to get like these songs in, but then they're like, oh yeah, you can actually get all of these songs. I mean, I think there's what, 60 something songs that are like in just for this little edition for Terry Bogard. Like all these classic SNK songs. I mean, it is a celebration of games and the entire Japanese industry almost. There's everyone. I don't know. My bet is on Smash. Sekiro, I've played it / watched it to the end pretty much, and it's enjoyable, but I mean, my heart still is probably going to go with one of the other Souls-like games. Which Code Vein is not on this list by Code Vein.
I think Code Vein is very popular, but I don't think it's quite these numbers. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, honestly,
that would be impressive, though.
It would have been really impressive. I mean, so my two, I'm gonna say either RE2, because that was also really good, or Super Smash Brothers. I guess we'll have to wait until
whatever the show is. I'm not sure.
I think it's December 11th, 12th, or 13th, somewhere around there.
Okay, well, I think like I said, I've only played Death Stranding and Smash Bros. So I would pick Smash Bros. Out of the two games that I played. Just for the same reason, like it's a well-crafted game. The story mode, I guess you could call it, the adventure mode, was a lot of fun. It was really fun, and I recommend it. If you have a Switch, you should probably play it. Just because, yeah, it's just one of the games that I think goes well with the console that you own. I mean, like I said, if you like video games, there is something for you here, in some form, whether it be music, stages, trophies. Like just cameos. It's something to enjoy. Maybe, obviously I'm not saying like go hardcore on it, try to go to Evo with Smash Bros, but you can just play it really casually and have a good time.
I recommend casually because I've tried playing it competitively on accident. I mean,
what do you mean on accident? That you wandered into a tournament and you're like, hi, I'm here for the tournament?
Okay, so maybe it wasn't on accident. I didn't wander into the tournament. I participated in a tournament back in college, and I did not realize that like the top Smash players in Alabama and some of the surrounding states were there, and I just got juggled. Like I got juggled. I couldn't even press buttons. Like, it was worse than Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
That's funny.
Like I gave up at one point. I'm like, you guys are crazy. Shout outs to J-Mix as well. I don't know if he's listening, but he's a really good Smash player that I know, and this man has literally 100%ed every part of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Really, that's impressive.
That's how much he loves Smash. He's dedicated. Man is dedicated. But yeah, we're gonna move on to some other news. There's not much else in the news that I found. I don't know, Alex, did you find anything? I know Apex has, Apex Legends is now raising the level cap to level 500.
That's pretty impressive. I mean, it's just a good thing that Respawn is supporting this game. And you could say like, oh, it's only because it's making them money, and maybe that's true, but it's still good to see them seem to care. I think Respawn they're not a big studio. Like they've done so far Titanfall 1, 2, Apex Legends, and Jedi Fallen Order. That's literally it.
That's it. And I mean, it's honestly, when I saw the news, I was actually kind of happy because me and my friend, we were talking about this, and one of the things that we kind of missed that we had in Overwatch was the sense of every level you got something. You know, you received
like a pack, right?
A pack, right? And you know, the thing with Apex is that you get your packs up to level 100, but then it stops, and then it's just, you know, legend tokens, and that's it. Like, you really need to get the battle pass is the thing. And some people, I like the battle pass. I think they've done an excellent job with the battle pass, especially season 3. Season 3's battle pass is it's great, and I'm sad I'm not actually playing it to finish this battle pass. I finished the first 2, but yeah, up to level 500 now, you're going to be able to get more packs. So I think it's up to like 199 packs completely if you go through the entire level 500. You're also going to be able to get these little the charms as well. So every
the gun charms,
the gun charms, yeah, like every 100 levels you can get gun charms. So maybe you you know, you want to show off your gum charm, or even the badge, you'll have a badge for that. So, you know, some people, they might not be good at ranked games, and they can't have, you know, I made it to platinum tier. That's not, you know, that's not their badge, but you know, they can have a badge that says, I play a lot of Apex and I love this game. You know, I think that's cool.
I don't know about console actually, but I noticed on PC recently a lot of people are hiding their stats. Because, like, you know, when you do the team, like, before a game starts, it shows, like, the trackers, whatever.
Right.
A lot of people are hiding all the trackers, so it says no data, no data, no data.
It's the same on PS4. We started noticing it about a month back. It's just like, oh, this person has no stats anymore.
Yeah, people are doing it on PC a lot. I don't know why. I mean, I'm actually, to be honest, I'm doing it as well. Like, we turned off all my trackers.
If you log back into Apex, I think on December 3rd, when the update goes live, you're going to get 14 to 20 Apex packs if you are already level 100. So I guess get ready to get some more stats. Maybe a skin, maybe a gun. I don't know. There's so much stuff that you can get in Apex, but I don't know. Enjoy leveling up, everyone. We're not going to go into details about it, but everything is increased.
Yeah, up to 500, so that's good. That's kind of like when they increased the regeneration ranks for Titanfall 2. The cap is so high now. They haven't supported Titanfall 2 anymore, but I think the last thing they did was increase the regen caps. And then when you bump to someone who's like Gen 100, you're like, oh no, I'm in trouble.
Well, speaking of Titanfall 2, I know you got to be excited or not excited.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm kind
PlayStation
of excited.
Plus this month for December, Titanfall 2.
Yep, yeah, and Monster Energy presents motocross or whatever it is. That's like the full title of the game.
Yo, motocross is a straight up good sport to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even think I'll play the other one. But yeah, Titanfall 2 is the free game for Plus. If you haven't played it, just play it. It's a really good campaign. It's not too long. It won't take you that long, I think, on regular difficulty. And then you can kind of enjoy wall running, which is awesome. And Titans, I guess, which is two things that Apex does not have, sadly. But it's a good game. I'm kind of excited. I mean, that's good. Maybe it'll get more buzz, but I don't think people will come back to Titanfall 2 in droves. I don't see it happening, unfortunately.
Well, you've got to start the movement.
Well, we just might need Titanfall 3 to do it, and who knows when that'll be, because they're still supporting Apex for a while.
Apex, Battlefield, no, not Battlefield, Medal of Honor, there we go. Apex and Medal of Honor and Star Wars, which the new Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order it's one of, I believe, the fastest digital selling Star Wars games for EA, and it's doing really well across. So, I mean, hey, I think they're going to potentially, probably make a sequel. I know a lot of people are enjoying it, and I also am looking forward to playing it when I get back. I'm going to probably buy it. But yeah, kudos to Respawn. Shout outs to them if they're ever listening. We love you. And we love all you Apex players. We're not an Apex podcast. I know, Alex, when we tweet, and I guess we can kind of wrap it up. We're almost like in an hour somehow. We've almost made it there. But yeah, we're not an Apex podcast, but we do love the game. We do love, a lot of the Respawn games, and we want to try to, I don't know, just talk about what we love every once in a while and continue the ball rolling. I don't know. Anything else?
For sure. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's kind of a slow period. A lot of people are just enjoying their holidays and stuff. Black Friday's upon us. I mean, hopefully you guys can get some good deals, whether that be games or gaming related stuff. You might be able to get a console if you don't already own a Switch, for example. Steam sale's still going on for a couple more days. A couple stuff on my wish list is on sale. So I woke up to an email from Steam and they're like, hey, your wish list is on sale. I'm like, oh, so it is. So I don't know, get some games and then don't talk to your family. That's the way that I enjoy my holidays.
There you go. That's an expert advice. Get your game on. Make sure that you're doing everything you need to do to enjoy your Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales deals. That's it.
By the time you hear this, it'll be over.
It'll be over.
So.
By the time you hear this, it'll be done. But yeah, that's going to do it for us this week. And of course, you can follow us on Twitter at UGP_cast. We're also now on YouTube. I don't know how to say the YouTube channel other than
just put it in show notes. That's it.
Yeah, I'll put it in the show notes. We're going to be uploading episodes there all the way up until the current episode, which, we hope you'll actually subscribe, leave a like. Also, I don't know, leave some reviews. Leave a 5-star review on iTunes or any other podcasting service, which you can find us on Spotify, Anchor FM, or, iTunes, Google Podcast, Overcast, any of those major podcasting apps. I believe that is it for the spiel. Do you have anything else?
Nope. I don't know. Have fun, play video games, and take it easy.
All right, there we go. And once again, everyone, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week for episode 13. You guys are awesome, you guys and girls. And thanks for the follows and likes on Twitter. We will catch you again next time. Until then, remember, you set the tone and enjoy playing games.
Peace.
Peace.